9 across England and Wales, 9 to 11 for Scotland and for Northern Ireland, with that milder weather across the northwest of the UK. The weekend, well, we're going to have stronger easterly winds blowing in. There'll be a lot of cloud, thick enough for a few patches of light rain or drizzle. But then we're talking about this chance of much colder weather next week. Well, we're still seeing an area of high pressure building Greenland, and what that does is it sends northerly winds down across the country. And so what's going to happen is temperatures for all of us will be going down. For many, there'll be some spells of sunshine around, but for some of our higher communities, and Aviemaw's up at around 300 or 400 metres high, well, you'll start to see some of the showers feeding in, turning to sleet or perhaps even a little bit of snow. We're still not sure about exactly how much is going to fall, but the trend is there for temperatures to be dropping across the board. So you will notice that change. It's going to feel a lot colder than it has done so far this autumn. So for some, the first sign of winter weather, and we could well see a little bit of snow, particularly over some of our high hills. That's how the weather's looking. Sophie.
No, Chris, thank you very much. That's it from the news at 5:30. Apologies if you're just tuning in for the BBC News at 6. We've been on a little earlier because of the football. Hugh Edwards will be here, though, at 10:15 this evening with all the latest news. And right now, the news continues here on BBC One. It's time to join our teams across the nations and regions for the news where you are. Goodbye.
This is BBC News. I'm Martine Croxall. The headlines at 6. Prince William's godmother apologises and resigns as a royal aide over comments made to a black British guest at a reception hosted by the Queen Consort.
I think that we need to see an acknowledgement from the very top of the breadth and depth of these problems, and I think we need to see the royal household push back against the narratives that are becoming so normalised in this country.
Ambulance workers in England and Wales and Eurostar security staff announced strike action in the run-up to Christmas. Postal workers at Royal Mail begin a fresh 48-hour strike in a row over pay and conditions hitting deliveries across the UK. A historic breakthrough in the treatment of Alzheimer's disease. A clinical trial finds a drug that can slow down progression of the early stages of it. In the World Cup, Argentina hope to make the last 16 as they take on Poland in Qatar this evening. Good evening and welcome to the BBC News Channel. A long-standing member of the royal household, Lady Susan Hussey, has apologised and resigned after repeatedly asking a prominent black charity boss where she was really from during an event at Buckingham Palace yesterday. Lady Hussey, who's 83, was the late Queen's lady-in-waiting for 60 years and is godmother to William, the Prince of Wales. The conversation with Ngozi Fulani took place at a reception on violence against women. Our royal correspondent Nicholas Witchell reports.
Buckingham Palace yesterday afternoon, a reception to highlight the issue of violence against women hosted by the Queen Consort. Standing next to Camilla here and with her back to the camera was Ngozi Fulani. She's chief executive of Sister Space and a prominent advocate for survivors of domestic abuse. Also at the reception was Lady Susan Hussey. On the left here, she was a lady-in-waiting to the late Queen Elizabeth for more than 60 years and is a senior member of the royal household. According to Miss Fulani, the following conversation took place between the two women. Lady Susan Hussey, where are you from? Miss Fulani, Sister Space. No, where do you come from? We're based in Hackney. No, what part of Africa are you?